a recent pickleball match, one pro pickleball player, Matt Wright, hit a speed up to another pro pickleball player, Jesse Irvine, which caught Irvine in the face. Upon winning the point with the body face attack, Wright screamed, "Yeah!" to exclaim his excitement. Then Irvine's partner, Julian Arnold, stepped in and called Wright out for saying, "You just hit her in the face, man." To which Wright responded, "Yup." This interaction on the pickleball court begs a few questions. Is there such a thing as pickleball etiquette? Was this the right etiquette? Does pickleball etiquette differ between competitive play, like the pros, and recreational play? Are there other on-court etiquette to be aware of? Most pickleball players probably would have checked to see if Irvine was okay after hitting her in the face with a pickleball, or at least said sorry, or even given a casual wave to non-verbally signal an apology. However, most pickleball players are not professionals playing with money on the line, and further, most pickleball players are not Matt Wright. So while we personally think Matt Wright should have responded differently in that circumstance, running afoul of pickleball etiquette at the professional level may be easier to swallow for a couple of reasons. Competition can bring out the best and worst in people, particularly when money is on the line or even livelihoods are on the line. Pickleball is both a physical and a mental game. With that said, one strategy in competition is to get into your opponent's heads. Professional pickleball is a form of entertainment. The pros are putting themselves out there to show off their top-notch pickleball skills for an audience, for the fans. Part of this entertainment is taking on personas. With that said, pickleball etiquette is still relevant even for the pros. Pickleball is a social sport. This generally means that pickleball is as much about interacting and socializing with people as it is about physical activity and competition. This social culture around pickleball is one defining characteristic of the sport itself. In connection with that unique culture, it is important to understand some pickleball etiquette tips before hitting the pickleball court. These include: introduce yourself to new players. Before starting a pickleball game with new people, be sure to introduce yourself to others. Do not cross a pickleball court during a point. Avoid crossing over a pickleball court when a point is ongoing. This includes avoiding entering the baseline area or the sideline area. Know the rules. Do your best to know and understand the rules of pickleball. This will help to avoid disputes on the pickleball court and ensure that everyone is playing by the same set of rules. Bring your own ball. Do not rely on other players to always bring the pickleball. Have your own stash. Also, when a pickleball rolls onto your court, avoid switching the pickleball with your own. Keep the pickleball that you or your court is playing with. Most players are particular about their ball. Call the score loudly. When you are serving, be sure to call the score loudly so that all players on the pickleball court can hear you. Allow the players to make the calls. If you're a spectator, avoid the urge to make the call, including line calls. Allow the players on the pickleball court to make the call. Keep the coaching to yourself. Only provide coaching advice when asked. Be wary of coaching other players on the pickleball court, as they may not want to hear any unsolicited advice. Welcome new players and play with weaker players every so often. The culture of pickleball is welcoming, so in recreational play, do not be afraid to welcome new players onto your court. Also, if you are a stronger player, consider playing with weaker players from time to time. Don't play keep away in recreational play. If you are a weaker player that is able to play with a stronger player, avoid the urge to play keep away from the stronger player. Hit more shots to the stronger player for the opportunity to improve your pickleball game and to keep your stronger player willing to play with you more. Sorry for let chords and praise for good shots. This one is probably common practice but not universal. If a pickleball hits the net, then oftentimes the striking team will win the point, because the net will throw off the expected trajectory of the pickleball. In this instance, the striking team will usually say sorry or give a casual wave to non-verbally signal an apology. This tradition seemingly comes from tennis. With that said, the striking team really is never sorry, but rather excited to win the point. Similarly, you may also see hand claps or thumbs up for a good shot by opponents in recognition of good play. These are common on-court gestures, but not universal. Practice good sportsmanship. Fair play and good sportsmanship are cornerstones of pickleball. Be sure to respect and practice both. For instance, if you know that you were in the kitchen when you hit a volley, call a kitchen violation on yourself. Practice the golden rule. As in life, treat others the way that you want to be treated. Be nice to others and have fun on the pickleball court. Paddle tap after every game. After every game, players meet at the pickleball net to tap pickleball paddles, either with the head or butt of the pickleball paddle. When paddle tapping, also consider giving your opponents a compliment, for instance, great game. Follow these examples of pickleball etiquette and you won't just play pickleball, but also make friends along the way. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video.